The spring planting season is underway. Joining me now is Jack Scoville. He's a commodities trader with Price Futures Group, has his eyes on what's going on with all the commodities, but we're going to talk specifically about the crops, and great to have you back on the show.
Well, it's great to be back.
So, notably, we've had some wet weather. How has that been affecting the crops?
Well, it's been really interesting to watch. Really, the only crop that's been planted kind of slow right now has been the cotton crop, where the planting progress is maybe just half a week or a little bit more than that behind. But really hasn't affected the corn planting or the soybean planting. Corn planting, the latest report showed 45% of the crop in, which is at least a week ahead of normal.
Ahead of normal?
Yeah, and the soybeans right just a touch ahead of normal at just under 10% planted. And even the spring wheat, normally one of the last crops to go in, is over halfway planted.
So how are farmers able to make hay, so to speak?
Well, most of the progress has been made in the western part of the Corn Belt, from Illinois to the west and into the Great Plains. And it's been drier in those areas. Where we've seen some slower activity has been eastern areas, states like Indiana and Ohio, down into the southeast, where there has been all the rain, and those crops are behind normal. What
does this mean for commodity prices? What are you seeing in the futures? Let's start with corn.
Well, with corn, generally, if we get the crop in early, we can get it pollinated before the big heat in July. And that's key for really big yields. And so chances are that you'll see plenty of selling pressure as the crop gets planted, and any type of rally attempt, you'll see plenty of people willing to sell that rally.
And then the soybeans.
Soybeans have been a little bit more of a dollar-related thing, and with what's going on down in South America right now, but still, we should see perhaps a little bit more corn planted, perhaps slightly less soybeans planted because of the early planting pace. Farmers will favor the corn, and since there's plenty down in South America, they'll also favor the corn. So, but with the dollar being, the dollar turning weaker, that should keep the Brazilians from selling too much, or actually increase their selling interest, and so we should see some selling pressure if the market tries to work higher as well.
And what's happening overall just with the size of planting that's happening? Because I know farmers have to watch what's going on with supply and demand. So are they going big this year? Are they going small? What's happening?
I think they're going big. They want to plant just as much as they can. There's been a big shift back into corn from favoring soybeans in the last couple of years, and the reason why they're doing that is they're going after yield maximization. They want to get as much production as they possibly can. The idea being that more bushels is better than less.
Less, okay. And maybe we have a bumper crop this year, do you think?
We could very easily. The way things are going right now, we could very easily have a bumper crop.
We are on track, so you'll keep us posted.
I hope so.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.